What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. To my returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back and watching my video. Thank you so much for the love and support, and greetings to my brothers and sister all the way from Caribbean country. So guys, I want you to watch this video from the Vice President of United States, Kamala Harris. So Kamala Harris, she was giving out a speech whereby she came out and said she's a Jamaica because her dad, he was a Jamaica, he was living in Jamaica. So definitely Kamala Harris, she's a Jamaica, and also she has come out and explained more about his her background in Jamaica. So guys, watch this video, then I'll be back with more comments.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Prime Minister, I want to warmly welcome you again. It has been not since 1995 that a Prime Minister of Jamaica has visited the White House. And so President Joe Biden and I are very honored and very excited about your presence here today. To reaffirm the strength of the relationship between the United States and Jamaica and the Caribbean as a whole, but also on this, the 60th anniversary, not only of Jamaica's independence, but of the diplomatic relationship between Jamaica and the United States. As I told the Prime Minister privately, and I will say it again publicly, this is a very important relationship to the United States. We take very seriously our membership in the Western Hemisphere, and we are acutely aware of the interconnection and interdependence between the United States and Jamaica. As a point of personal privilege, I grew up going to Jamaica. My family, half of my family is from St. Ann Parish in Jamaica, and I know I share that history with millions of Americans who have their roots through the generations in Jamaica. In addition to, of course, then those people-to-people ties between the United States and Jamaica, as I said, in context of being neighbors in the Western Hemisphere, we have a long-standing strategic relationship and a diplomatic relationship and a deep historic partnership. And it is in furtherance of that that I'm proud and pleased to announce today 3 specific initiatives that the Prime Minister and I discussed that are in furtherance of the strength and the importance of that relationship. We talked extensively about the Prime Minister's approach and the need of Jamaica to continue to invest in its prosperity, in its economic health and strength. To that end, the United States, and I'm announcing today, will be investing $20 million to assist in the strengthening and the expansion of Jamaica's commerce in a way that we fully intend will have an impact in strengthening the economy of Jamaica and drive economic growth. We also recognize, just as it has been in the United States for Jamaica, one of the issues that has been presented as an issue that is economic in the way of its impact has been the pandemic. So to that end, we are announcing today also that we will assist Jamaica in COVID recovery by assisting in terms of the recovery efforts in Jamaica that have been essential to, I believe, what is necessary to strengthen not only the issue of public health, but also the economy. And this is on top of more than what we have done throughout the year since the start of the pandemic, $12 million in COVID assistance, and more than 600,000 vaccinations or vaccines that have been donated. Lastly, but most importantly, a great part of our conversation, Mr. Prime Minister, that we appreciate has been about the priority we share for security in the region, as well as the issue of crime prevention. So we discussed, of course, the priority that your government places on both those issues, and we agree that one area of important focus is on youth and on, as you said, the human capital of Jamaica. To that end, we have committed, and we are announcing now, to provide $10 million to target at-risk youth in Jamaica through a number of initiatives that we believe will have exponential impact not only on the issue of crime prevention, but what we intend as well, which is to strengthen, as you have described, the natural human capital that exists in Jamaica among young people. And finally, our conversation spanned not only those issues, but issues that are about a global significance. And to that end, I thank the Prime Minister for the leadership that he has offered in the context of votes that have been taken in the United Nations, and in terms of Jamaica's strong stand in joining the United Nations and the United States in condemning Russia's aggression in Ukraine. We also discussed quite extensively the impact of the climate crisis on island nations, and in particular on Jamaica. We discussed, and from my perspective, I recognize and we recognize that the world's emissions have an outsized effect in the Caribbean, including on Jamaica. And I thank the Prime Minister for his leadership in that regard, and we are eager to partner with the Prime Minister on what we can do to invest and prioritize climate resilience, but also an investment in renewable energies, understanding that this is about energy sources, and it is also about human capital and development and supporting the economy there. So, in conclusion, I will say that the United States and Jamaica continue to be close friends with many, many issues in common. And this partnership is an important one and an enduring one for the United States, and we look forward to strengthening and continuing to strengthen the relationship. Mr. Prime Minister, again, welcome and thank you.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Good afternoon, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to be hosted here at the White House. My team and I are grateful for the very warm reception we've received. Madam Vice President, from the outset, let me say thank you for the announcements that you have made for support for Jamaica in the areas of commerce, health, and COVID-19 recovery, and for us, very importantly, human capital development, and also for the commitment for further strategic dialogue as to how Jamaica and the region on a whole can be supported, particularly in transitioning our democracies into prosperous economies. And that has been the essence of our conversation.
Indeed.
Madam Vice President, let me say that you have been a source of inspiration and great pride for many Caribbean people, in particular our young women in the region. And we are indeed seeing an increase in the political participation of young women, and this diversity in the political space will augur well for the region. And I want to congratulate you,
Thank you
on your leadership and your accomplishments.
Thank you.
This visit takes place in the context of Jamaica celebrating 60 years of independence and 60 years of diplomatic relations with the United States. The United States was one of the first countries to recognize newly independent Jamaica. And we have had that very strong relationship since. The United States and Jamaica enjoys strong people-to-people economic and development partnerships, and we're very proud of our continued strong relationship. Today, our discussions reaffirmed this strong partnership, and we discuss ways in which this partnership can be strengthened and expanded. Madam Vice President, the Jamaican government and people have sacrificed and worked hard to successfully entrench macroeconomic stability and fiscal sustainability, and in particular in managing our debt. It is a journey on which the United States has been a very good partner through several of your agencies and indeed various multinational, multilateral institutions. Jamaica today is a model of a small, open economy which has transitioned its public financial management into a stable and financially prudent one. To secure these gains, we must now turn our attention to addressing the vulnerabilities that have been exposed within the context of a pandemic and other global developments, particularly in relation to energy security. In this regard, growth, infrastructure, human development, national security, and as noted, energy security are areas of priority. We believe these areas also coincide with the United States' interests in ensuring that the region is secure, peaceful, stable, and prosperous. We have presented an overall plan to secure Jamaica's prosperity and growth and have provided an outline on how our focused partnership with the US can deliver on the promise of the great future that Jamaica envisions, particularly as we herald in our 60th year of independence. In this regard, Jamaica will redouble our efforts in tackling illegal trafficking of weapons and persons, the lottery scam, and other transnational crimes. To address this in a decisive way, we are seeking to foster increased partnerships and collaboration on information and intelligence sharing, extradition, and other law enforcement efforts. On the economic development front, we reiterated that we would welcome refocused attention on Jamaica in areas of security, energy, capacity building, infrastructure, and nearshore digital technology hubs. Madam Vice President, I thank you for your time today, and again, we welcome the announcements you have made in support of Jamaica. Our strong and deep relationship with the United States is built on our shared democratic values and principles. It is an enduring relationship. We look forward to working with you to leverage the strength of our partnerships to enhance the security, peace, well-being, and prosperity of the region. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video of Kamala Harris giving out her speech during the 6th annual anniversary in United States, whereby the Jamaican Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, he was invited by the Vice President in the White House in United States. So guys, during her speech, you have heard also she has come out and say she has a Jamaica background. She's a Jamaica because her dad he's a Jamaica. So Kamala Harris is a Jamaica. And also we know that the United States, they are heading, they are going to, they are in the political season. They want to elect a new leader. And recently, the president of United States, that it is Joe Biden, he stepped down so that he can give out this chance to Kamala Harris, his vice president, so that he can be the one who will represent their political running for the president. So Kamala Harris will be going head-to-head with Donald Trump. And for me, what I can tell you, to see Jamaica going further and want to take over the United States seat, it is very a good thing. And also, I can tell you also, you remember Barack Obama, he was a black, the first black president to be in the White House. And also, I can tell you, the Barack Obama, he had roots here in Africa. He was born here in Africa, especially here in my country, Kenya. Barack Obama, he was born here in Kenya. So seeing Barack Obama coming here from Kenya, going to the White House, being the president of United States, it was a very shocking, it was a dream come true to black people. And also what I can tell you also, it is also the right time to support the people from the Caribbean also to come over and take United States. I know some people, they will write for me a bad message. Oh, Kamala Harris she's not black, she's white. No, that doesn't matter. What matters is where she came from. She came from Jamaica, and Jamaica, it is predominantly a black nation. So when Kamala Harris get a chance to be a president of United States, also Jamaica will benefit. A lot of Jamaicans will get opportunity in United States, and also a lot of things will happen to the Caribbean people. Not only Jamaica, also the Caribbean people will also benefit. And also that's to show you how also we black people, how we benefit. When the Barack Obama, he was the president of United States, we were the United States helped Africa a lot, not only here in Kenya, it helped Africa a lot. And also you can see Kamala Harris also, he has come out and see the relationship of the Caribbean country, especially Jamaica, with the United States. United States, it has also been support this Jamaica. When there was a COVID-19 pandemic, you can see how much money that United States gave to Jamaica. It came and helped Jamaica during the pandemic season. Not only United States help Jamaica, also it helped some of the Caribbean country. Also it came and helped here some of the African country. So for me, seeing outsiders coming and rule this white man land, it is something that we can see that it is the world, it is changing. The white man land, it is not only for the white man. Also, the black people can also dominate this white man's land.
Do you ever wonder why Kamala Harris always seems to be laughing all the time? If I had to guess, it's probably because she presents herself as an African-American woman when she's actually a woman of Jamaican and Indian descent. She's probably also laughing because individuals don't seem to know or care that one of her own apparent ancestors was a Jamaican slave owner who owned well over 100 slaves. She's probably also laughing because individuals don't know that her own father was a Marxist professor emeritus at Stanford University, which would help explain why she felt it was appropriate to post information on X telling individuals how to raise funds so they could let the violent rioters and looters of 2020 out of jail after the George Floyd incident swept the nation. She's probably also laughing because she knows her side frequently clutches their pearls over Trump's alleged affairs without realizing that Kamala Harris herself had an affair with San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown back in the 90s when he was 61 and she was only 31. She's probably also laughing because media outlets like Axios frequently claim that she was never in charge of the border, when Axios themselves called her the border czar only a few years ago. She's probably also laughing because her strong messaging to individuals who would cross into this country illegally was, and I quote, "Don't come." She's probably laughing predominantly because she knows that her voters vote with emotions instead of with critical thinking skills. And honestly, if I knew that voters on my side would not know or care about the information I just told you, and would instead turn and attack someone like me for bringing them to light, I'd probably be laughing all the time too.
A few hours after President Biden announced that he was not running for re-election and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris as the nominee for the Democratic Party, I was on a call with about 50 women leaders and someone from the Harris campaign. And he said that there were 3 keys to making sure that Kamala Harris is our next president. And the first is unity in the party. I think we're seeing that pretty damn well. The second point was that we have to move really, really fast. People are going to be starting to vote in September. Everything is happening at lightning speed. That is why none of us are sleeping anymore. And the third point was, we have to be really, really loud with our enthusiasm. And I think we're seeing that. And I think that we should all, in whatever way we are comfortable with, shout it from the rooftops how excited we are to elect Kamala Harris as our president in November. So, let's not be quiet in our enthusiasm for Kamala Harris as our next president. Let's be loud, let's be obvious, let's wear crazy stuff with her face on it, and let's shout it from the rooftops that we support Kamala Harris for President of the United States of America.
So what happened to the saying, our skinfolk ain't kinfolk? Y'all don't use that no more? So if you haven't heard already, President Biden has stepped down and he told Kamala to step up. here's my thing. I'm hearing people say that they're gonna vote for her just because she's black. I'm gonna need y'all to stand up, cause what? This is the same woman who felt like she had to speak like hood or like ghetto to reach black people. Yeah, girl, I've been in these streets, man. You already know what the fuck going on. Like, what? That tell you right there that she's out of touch. But this is the same woman who put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when asked if she smoked weed. Same woman who kept people in jail beyond their sentence to use them for cheap labor. Like, come on. A lot of y'all are saying, well, it's her or Trump, so, you know. And if I'm just being honest with you guys, the choice has already been made. I'm not saying it's Trump, I'm not saying it's Kamala, I don't know who it is, but I'm telling y'all, they already have it written down. The sooner y'all learn that, the sooner y'all will be set free. But that's a whole different topic, a whole different video. And a lot of y'all are not there yet mentally, so I'm not even going to expound on that. Honestly, I'm just trying to get my point across to my people. Obama didn't do shit for us either. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these people are not one of us.
Why black women are the fall of the black community. 44,000 black women got together on a Zoom meeting, and in 3 hours they raised $1.5 million for a woman who ain't even black to become the president of the United States. But you can't get together and have a Zoom call meeting and raise $1.5 million to help the black community buy land, buy houses, build businesses, build stores, build schools. But you can get together and put $1.5 million in the pocket of a woman that ain't even black. And we blame white supremacy. All of this money the black community is raising for Kamala Harris, you mean you can't do nothing for yourself? You can't put the money together to do something for yourself? Man, we need to be quiet as black people.
I hope you have watched that video of how black Americans, they are not happy seeing Kamala Harris vying for president of United States. I know majority of them, they are saying that Kamala Harris is not a black person, so they are not going to support Kamala Harris because she's not a black. She's not a black. So that it is how some of the people, they are giving out their thoughts about how they are not going to support Kamala Harris because of some of the things she has done in the past. But for me, I can tell you, it is I know voting, it is your choice. You cannot force anybody to vote for someone who or he doesn't like. So, and also voting, it is your right. You can either decide to vote or not, so it is your right. Nobody can force you to vote. But for me, I can tell for those Jamaicans who are in United States, for those Caribbean people who are in United States and they are allowed to vote, you can also make your choice to vote for someone who you really want. And also, guys, for me, I can urge you that you can also support Kamala Harris because she's coming from Caribbean. She's a Jamaica, and we'll all know that we have around 3 million Jamaicans who live in United States. So if all of you can support your sister so that she can become president of United States, all things can, the good things can be back in your country. Some more opportunity you will get in your country. I'm not saying that she will focusing to only the Caribbean people or where she is. So I think it is now also the right time to give a woman a chance, because we know Kamala Harris, she has become the first woman to be a vice president in United States. So guys, and even when she will get this seat of being a president, she will also be the first lady to be a president of United States. So guys, thank you so much. I can leave the choice into your hands, and let's talk more on the comment section. So subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share, and also comment. See you on my next one. Bye bye.